New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, beautiful people, man. Good evening to you. Welcome to the New Black Wall Street Book Club. The 1 second. The After Dark edition. We are continuing our journey into the book, The University of Success. I'm trying to get this thing pulled up for you guys. My computer moves a little slow, so I would normally have it prepared, but I can only kind of do one thing at a time now. So until I get this next computer, I'm gonna have to make it do what it do. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful day today here on this wonderful Wednesday. We're going to be discussing today, getting into our next series, our next semester, which is how to find courage and take risk. How to find courage and take risk. And so, hopefully I can find this this book here. 1 second. I want to be able to pull it up on the screen so you guys can see it or whatever. And maybe I just got to go with this one, I guess. I guess we'll go with this one. All right, while you guys are connected, man, go ahead and let us know where you're connecting from, what city, what state, what country, what city, what state, what country you might be connecting from here tonight. We are broadcasting from our virtual studios here in Decatur, Georgia. And we love to know just how far our reach is here tonight. I'm trying to get this image up. Open image in new tab. Maybe this will work. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. All right, gotcha. All right, let me go ahead and hit this share screen and we'll get this thing rocking and rolling. How to accept courage. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, I think I'll go the big way. Yeah, we'll go the big way. All right. How to do that? Yeah, we'll do that. All right. So we're going to be talking about how to find courage and take risks. This is going to be lesson number 16 in the book University of Success. We'll probably, I don't think we'll be able to finish it all today. Well, it's kind of short. Maybe we can power through it. So I'll get right into it here tonight for our lesson for tonight. So I'll try to power through the whole thing tonight. Hopefully we can get it done. So give me just a second. I put this on. Now it's getting hot. I don't know if it's going to be hot or cold. I'll keep it here just in case. Now we're moving into semester number 4. And semester number 4, we have a quote from a John Dryden who says, "We first make our habits and then our habits make us." We first make our habits and then our habits make us. We first make our habits, then our habits make us. Now that's a wonderful quote because I think it lends us to think about if we continue down the current path that we're on, what are we becoming? You know, what habits have we developed and where are they taking us? We first make our habits and our habits make us. And so as we move into lesson number 16, this is our quote for the chapter. It says, or our thought for the chapter, it says, how much of your talent is being wasted for want of a little boldness? How much of your talent is being wasted for want of a little boldness? Now, this idea here is pretty interesting. Having the courage to try sometimes just simply keeps people from maximizing their potential and getting into productivity. Just not having the courage to try. The good book tells us to be bold as a lion. It tells us to be bold as a lion, and that's courage. The courage to stand on what you believe in. The courage to keep moving forward. The courage to even start. Courage to begin the process. To take the first step. To take these risks. I mean, we look at the cryptocurrency market today. A lot of people looking at that thing strange, but the people who are in it, at least they had the courage to try. And you know, it may be temporary in any case, but how to find the courage and take these risks. And now, what comes with risk? Typically, what comes with risk at the end of the risk may be a little scary, it may be a little overwhelming, it may be new, it may be unknown. But typically, the greater the risk, the greater the opportunity for reward. How to find courage to take risks. This is from Doctors Tom Rusk and Randy Reed. Now, how this book is set up, it's set up as a lesson plan, and it's basically taking excerpts from all of the great philosophers, thought, motivators, put it all into one book to help us to find success in one place. And so we'll get right into this thing as we begin to activate our consciousness. As we're reading at night, we had a wonderful time in our last chapter, and I expect to be able to have a very similar time here tonight. New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark. Let's read. Now you're ready to move forward. Now you know that it's your choice and yours alone as to what you will do with the rest of your life. Perhaps you have even been convinced after 3 very personal semesters that whatever you think you will eventually become, and you do have all that potential, don't you? So now what's holding you back? Afraid to take a chance? Have you ever heard of the Jonah Complex? You probably have if you are living in your own little comfort zone, performing unchallenging tasks where no one will ever hassle you, taking no risk, facing new problems, never concerned about growth or testing your potential. This is living? Hopefully it's hurting you deep down inside. Why? People don't change when they feel good. No, they change when they're fed up. When things are going all right, we all tend to do pretty much what we've been doing. Pain pushes us to those crucial turning points. We hurt, then finally choose. If it's that adverb, finally, enough is enough. Those are the conclusions of 2 young and distinguished West Coast doctors, Tom Rusk and Randy Reed, whose long list of credentials includes their positions as adjunct professors of psychology and law, respectively, at the University of San Diego. This lesson from their bold and honest book, I Want to Change, but I Don't Know How, may be just the medicine you need to cure you of ever hiding in your comfort zone again. Now, what I'm taking away from all of these different books that I haven't read myself is if the lesson from that book really, really rocks me, I probably need to go get the book and read the rest of the book. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But the name of the book that this comes from that they wrote is I Want to Change, but I Don't Know How. All too often, we humans indulge in the cowardice of being too careful, selling out for a promise of security, and we get cheated. You've seen it. The futility of using one's job as a way to hide. I'm a lawyer, doctor, manager, and so forth, as if to say I'm a lawyer and nothing else. Or the futility of seeking meaning through a spouse's accomplishments, the doctor's wife syndrome, seen also in the spouses of politicians, business executives, ministers, lawyers, entertainers. Indeed, in any wife or husband who avoids challenges beyond the daily routine or who believes that vicariously enjoying a spouse's success is enough to make their life more meaningful, pathetic. It's futile to live for some future time when things will be different, believing that as soon as I'm older, richer, more educated, or in a more sophisticated vein, when I finish my therapy, then all will be well. Dream on, for these are but futile delusions. And it's futile to live in some past phase of your life when I was younger or stronger, my spouse was living, or before my marriage, or before my divorce, or before my surgery, or my heart attack, or before I lost my job or the children were born. More hopeless dead ends. Charles Dickens depicts the tragic figure of Lady Havisham, sitting in her bedroom in full bridal regalia decades after her rejection by the would-be groom. Her monumental cowardice keeps her afraid to face her life as it is. If we want, we too can have dreams and cobwebs, fantasies about what was or what might be. Thomas Wolfe made the same point in You Can't Go Home Again. An old vaudeville joke says the same thing in yet another way. Your money or your life, demands the robber. Take my life. I'm saving my money for my old age. The overcautious hero replies. Incredibly, many people continue their old lifestyles, their habits, even if they feel miserable, lonely, bored, inadequate, or abused. Why? Oh, of course, because habit is an easy place to hide. How many women marry several alcoholics sequentially, insisting they never suspected? A man spends his whole life working 60 to 100 hours a week trying to get rich. Why? Because he watched his father slave his life away, never enjoying himself, dying while working, and he doesn't want this to happen to him. Others attempt to live cautiously in the safety of established patterns. They do not feel fulfilled, yet they have found a formula not of success, whatever that is, but of avoiding failure. This is the living death. When security becomes the overwhelming consideration, man does not live by security alone, and of course, neither does woman. Life has inevitable risk. Each next breath is a chance. Heart attacks, auto accidents, tax assessment, business problems, every conceivable kind of bad news waits to spring upon us without warning. So it's hard for us humans to play the gamble of life. It's a difficult balance. At times, we might put too much on the next spin of the wheel, or at other times, we feel so hurt and cheated that we want to stop playing forever. But the goal, in a sense, is to find a style of playing the game of life that keeps our hand in without burning us out. When we reach beyond the safety and familiarity of our habits and behaving in any way differently than our routines, we experience some tension. It may be mild, a slight tightness in the chest, or more pronounced, a rapid heart rate, nausea, diarrhea, fainting, or even panic. If we think about the possible consequences of a new change too long, the rats of fear come out and of our mental basements and may overwhelm us. Anything new can be scary. Anything new can be scary. The risk-taking in life is very much like investing money. The potential returns reflect in part the degree of risk. The higher the stakes, the more frightening the game. And the clock keeps on ticking. Time accelerates with age, of course. Nothing can be done about that. Yet 2 minutes in a roller coaster is far more intense than 8 hours of boring meetings. Variety prolongs time. Change wakes us up. Share time with different people in different places doing different things, and we can experience a week in just one day. Times of high emotional intensity, as is passionate lovemaking, can last far longer and fulfill far more than the same physical acts without the passion. Perceived time is an elastic commodity that depends on our age, uncontrollable, and on how we consume it, controllable. The intensity dial is in our grasp. We are given time. How much we make of it is up to us. We are given time. And how much we make of it is up to us. Human beings do not need some stress. We were designed by evolution to survive in the stress of food chain competition. I'm sorry, human beings do need some stress. A certain amount of pressure is necessary for our health. Of course, too much stress, like too much sound, is bad, but no stress, like total silence, makes us unbalanced. Many people try to insure themselves against every possible danger. They want to never hurt, never be scared, never be lonely. So they adopt a formula of life where they live for material goods, feel as little as possible, and hide behind old habits. Yet that hunger for natural stresses remains. Gradually, they fill the gap with internally manufactured stress, worries, and fears. Of course, they don't say to themselves, I'm going to adopt a lifestyle which will minimize my chance taking, even though I'm aware it will give me an empty and boring life. They just grow up that way. But you can say to yourself, how much chance taking is right for me? What kinds of stresses will help me on my path? Some may find physical stress helpful, sports or exercise or even fasting. For others, the answer may be skydiving, motorcycle racing, or passionate interpersonal relationships. For still others, it will be a retreat to a monastery or a courageous journey through the turbulence within. Each of us has a job in life to fulfill our own needs. Find what stresses and risk fit us best. Now, I think that bodes a great question. And before we move to the next little section here, We may not, yeah, we may not get that far. But he just asked a question. He just basically made a statement, right? But you can say to yourself, how much chance taking is right for me? What kind of stresses will help me on my path? Now, notice when he says stresses, do you believe? I guess I can ask this question: do you believe that stress is inherently just bad, or is there a difference between good stress or bad stress in this term? Because I don't know. I guess it could be stressful to, I don't know, have a passionate interpersonal relationship. I guess there's some stress going on somewhere. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or in sports or exercise, even fasting. Those don't sound like very, in the term that maybe I've come to understand. That doesn't sound like very stressful stuff. But I guess there also is some stress involved in participating in those things. So maybe let's just call it good stress, since it can help you on your path. What kind of stresses have you discovered for yourself that help you on your path? Now, I don't know basically they just named all this stuff that just seems to be regular stuff to me. So I don't know if that means the things that I do to get away or the things that I do I'm really a little confused here at this last piece, because I guess it is a stress, but I don't know. I like to read. So I don't know if reading I don't consider reading to be a stress. But if somebody can go to a retreat in a monastery and that's some type of stress that helps them on their way, well, I guess reading would be it's very similar to that, based upon the example that was given to us here in this lesson. But let me ask you, what do you do to get away from your daily routine, or to step away from your whatever it is that you do on a regular basis? Or what do you do? How do you escape or get away, or what do you do to relax and really take a moment to actually enjoy? Some people enjoy all of life. Some people enjoy every bit of their life, but most people don't. So in those moments when you just like, hey, I need to kind of get away and do something for me, right? Because we're talking about we're talking about you really determine. You have to, your job is to fulfill your own needs, find out what stresses and risks fit us best. So he's defining these two things differently: a stress and a risk. So what are some things you're incorporating in your life you find that help you get along your day, help you get along or get on your path towards get on with your path? Boredom is the legacy of fear. Boredom is the legacy of fear. Now, let me check something real quick, guys, because last time we had some people that were here with us, and they were typing, and they were on a different somewhere else. So I just wanted to check real quick, because some people said they were typing on another platform, on another. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Who else is here? How you doing? I don't know if it's Abdullah Raouf and Glenda Tate Williams. So okay, so that one is working. So maybe I want to check one other thing, guys. So Miss Vivian said, "Hey, exercise is a great stress reliever, and traveling, new experiences, seeing new places, traveling, seeing new places." Anybody else? What do you do? What helps you get along? Okay, so we do have some people that are typing over here. What's going on, Tisha? Okay, I got you. I take trips alone. It helps a lot. I get in an environment every so. What's going on, Tisha? Okay, I got you. I take trips alone. It helps a lot. I get in an environment. Okay, so I can't do that. All right, I have to do it like this. Good afternoon. Okay, salute to New Orleans. What's going on, Miguel? How are you? I'll just keep it up like this. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I got y'all now. Sincere's in the house. Tisha's in the house. Okay, got you. Thanks so much, guys. Oh, I see you now. It's popping up. Oh, I know what happened. Oh, okay, I know what happened. I had it on it shows up on private when okay, I got you. I know what to do now. Thanks so much. I figured it out. All right, there we go. All right, Glenn say was I take myself shopping and I take myself shopping, watch makeup tutorial videos, experiment with makeup, try on different clothes and yoga exercises. Okay. All right, man. We got okay. I fixed it, Tisha. Oh, somebody fixed it. Good. The good Lord won't let you down. Boredom is the legacy of fear. Risk taking is a major part of the cure, so don't hope that somehow you'll be able to avoid it. Risk taking is a major part of the cure. I like that, Miss Abdul. Oh, I'm about to go do that. Meditating in the sauna. That sound like something I need to go do right now. Okay, sauna, please. What can I find a sauna? What's that thing called? I need to go. What's that thing called? They got a nice one. There's something here in Atlanta, up in Gwinnett. It's some big, meditating sauna massage place. I can't think of the name of somebody. One of y'all been to it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Walk around naked all day. I know y'all. One of y'all been to it. I can't think of it right now, top of my head. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Chronic capitulation to fear only ensures mediocrity. The lifestyle we are advocating is one where you ask yourself for each new thing you try, what's the risk and what's the possible payoff? I want you to write that down, right? For each, let me say this again. The lifestyle we are advocating is one where you ask yourself for each new thing you try. Now, I don't think we ask ourselves this question. Maybe we think about it because this is called counting the cost. A good book talks about count the cost, right? What is the risk and what's the possible payoff? We also call this opportunity cost when we're teaching the kids in 5th grade, 4th grade. What's the risk? What do I have to give up? What might I have to sacrifice? What might I have to lose? But what's the possible payoff? This is how you evaluate opportunity. Is it worth it? Oh, I can't wait till Tisha come on next Tuesday. Is it worth it? Whatever this new thing is that might come into your life, a new opportunity or whatever the case may be, a new relationship, a new person, whatever. What's the risk? What's the possible payoff? Is it worth it? Oh man, I could probably stay in this one sentence, this one question. Because of course, obviously, I do a lot of this with investing and things like that. But it's not just investing in the market. You're investing your time with people. Matter of fact, I'll say this, and Tisha and whoever else is here, as you go through your times in life, the storms come, you start evaluating your relationships. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I've been pouring a lot into this person, pouring into this person. Dang, I noticed this person don't never call me back. I'm always calling them, trying to maintain or keep this relationship going. They never call me back. You start looking at stuff differently. Man, what's the risk? What's the possible payoff? Is there anything? How many guys? Let me ask you this. This is a real good question, I think, because this is why I came to a realization. Is it possible that you have people in your life right now? I don't care whether they're friends, family, associates, whatever. That you're absolutely getting nothing in return, right? Some type of a win-win. You're getting absolutely nothing in return, but you still keep that relationship going. Now, I'm not saying that every relationship is supposed to give you something back, but I believe it should something. Maybe give you a sense of joy to be able to help somebody who can't help themselves, or whatever the case may be. But some of these people, they just bring negativity, aggravation, stress into your life, but you still keep them around. Now, the good book tells us that, man, one man sows, another man may come around and water. Maybe it's time for you to let somebody else water that seed you planted. Huh? I'm telling you, when you start evaluating your relationship, evaluating your choices, the habits that led you to these choices, and you start looking at, man, what's the risk? What am I giving up? What's the potential reward? Now, some of us, here's the flip side of this. There's some people that came into our life who were absolutely great for us, but we weren't able to evaluate that. Maybe we thought they were too good for us. Maybe we thought we weren't worthy to be able to be around this person or hang around this person or whatever the case may be. And they were going to bring great things into our life, but we bypassed that and we settled for Joe Blow. We settle for mediocrity because that might have been where we were in our spirit at the time, because we attract to ourselves that which we are. How many guys had that happen? Like, man, I don't know why I passed up on that friendship. I don't know why. I don't know why I do the thing. The things that I do, I don't know why I do. Said John. I mean, not John. Said Paul. Is it possible Is it possible that I have been doing what was just for myself, but somewhere along the way I began to think of people who are similar to me? No, I'm sorry. Is it possible? What's going on, Miss Jones? Is it possible to have people in life? Is it possible people in life gives you nothing back and keep them around? Evaluate. Oh, okay. Evaluate choices. At first, it's getting hot up in here. It's getting hot up in the New Black Wall Street. It's after dark. It can get hot after dark. At first, what I have been doing was just for myself, but somewhere along the way, I began to think of people who are similar to me. Well, I think that's noble. I think that's noble. I mean, I think that's absolutely noble. Now I don't know. Let's talk about that for a second, right? So I would think that in my life, or how I look at my experience here on this earth, is that my greatest triumph becomes my greatest teaching for someone else. That's coming up behind me to help them deal with the exact. This is why I do the He Say, She Say show, for example, right? Because I understand that there's going to be more men behind me that's going to have to deal with the same situations with these women that I'm dealing with now. And I want to prepare them on how to deal with women, right? So that's why I do the He Say, She Say show. I'm thinking about other brothers who aren't as bold as me to actually voice their opinions and voice their feelings and not give a fuck what nobody say, because we got feelings too. But most of us, we just hold it all in. So I'm creating a space where brothers feel comfortable, even if they don't do it themselves, they do it through me. So a lot of times what you hear when I'm doing that show is not necessarily my own experience. It's an experience another brother shared with me that he would like for me to share on his behalf. This is the thing that some of y'all don't know. Y'all all think it's me. Oh, he must be going through something. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's way beyond some of y'all thinking, some of y'all mentalities. So in that instance, I've created a space for people similar to me, right? My other brothers who are going through hell at home or hell in the household. And it's not that the wife or whatever isn't going through it as well, but I'm just creating a platform for men to be able to speak out, get it off their chest. He said, I agree, man. I had a situation where y'all, okay, this is a good question. Ms. Linda said, I had a situation where I thought a person was too good and I passed that opportunity. Oh, Miss Glenda say, ain't nobody, you too good for everybody, Miss Glenda. No, I'm just playing. I never passed up on no man friend, but there's a few drop me. They never seen me valuable. Oh, I know today I'm an asset. A woman as myself is a rare find. His loss. Oh Lord, Tisha. Oh Lord, she got her grown woman on now. If they can't call me or text me like we crazy about each other, fuck them. It's another. Oh Lord Jesus, Tisha on another level at this point. I can't wait to talk to her on Tuesday. We got Tisha coming up on Tuesday night, guys. She is so ready to share some testimonies, experiences with you guys. I can't wait. I wish it was right now. I just can't wait. Evaluate relationships by removing the label of relationships person and instead focus on their actions and their feelings. Now, Miss Abdul, I think that's Miss. I'm thinking Al Kareen is a Miss. Pardon me if you're a guy. You might be a guy, Al. I don't know. But Abdul Rauf. Now, here's the interesting thing. I like what you just said there, because I just went through this myself, right? And I've been saying my new lesson for the past month, my lesson of the month, it's a very sad lesson, but it's very liberating. And I've been okay, Mister. I'm so sorry, brother Abdul Rauf, brother Abdul Rauf. I should have known that, because I'm still trying to put together these, I guess, Kemetic or Muslim names. But at any rate, so when dealing with my, obviously, let's just say with my family, I've come to grips with the understanding that all blood ain't family. Now, my old self would have said, regardless of, whatever we go through, we still family. My new self say, no, if I'm gonna look at how you treat me, I'm gonna look at how you talk to me, I'm gonna look at how you deal with me, because the good book tells that a prophet is without honor in his own country. And what I'm noticing about some of my obviously some of my immediate or widespread, I got a lot of family here in Atlanta, is that some of them can only evaluate me for how they knew me 20 years ago. They don't know that I'm building a school. They don't know that I've helped countless people get out of debt. They don't know me now, 20 years later. They only have in their mind 20 years ago, as if I haven't changed. And so I've come to the resolve that no more passes. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you don't treat me, I'm gonna teach you how to treat me. And if you don't treat me how I've taught you to treat me, you got to go. Because I have no time. I have too much to accomplish, too much to do, too much of my potential that's still unused to deal with foolishness and allow stress into my life when I live a peaceful life. I won't accept it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got drama repellent in my skin. No, we ain't going out. Ain't going down there. I don't care if you blood or not, if you call that. So that's just for me. There's other people who say it don't matter. We still family. No, you know what? I've been being Mr. Nice Guy all my life, holding it in. Right now, and then what happens when you hold it in so long, you realize ain't none of these people in your family you can talk to. Now you find yourself talking to some third-party counselor or something like that, when you should have been able to talk to the people who say they love you the most. No, for me, no more passes. You disrespect me, right? I tell you what I don't want to do, and you try to make it happen anyway. Try to use we family. You know what I'm saying? We family. No more passes. I'm gonna teach you how to treat me. If you go beyond that, I got to say bye-bye. Because what did it say? What's my job? My job is to fulfill my own needs. That's my job. I got to take care of me. At any rate, I don't know. Let's see what you guys saying, because I don't know. What do I know? I'm just telling y'all, I'm just sharing with y'all my experience. And some of you guys may be experiencing similar things, or you come to your own resolutions as you have matured, grown, experienced life. It's the energy for me. Love who love me. Fuck the I feel you. I feel you. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you on that. I feel you. I feel you. I think I have the resolve that. And this is changing too, that because I realize I can't change other people. I used to think I could love you into your beautiful potential. I'm pretty sure a lot of women that's a thing for them. They see a man with potential, or you know what I'm saying. It ain't got to be a man. It just it could be somebody in the school, or somebody that a kid, and you feel like, man, I can pour into them and help them. You know what I'm saying? And really be a driving force for them fulfilling that potential. Man, I learned I can't change nobody but myself. Right? I see the king in you. Any man that can take his mom, that's a lot to pay attention to. Woo, take care of my appreciate family. All blood ain't just because you blood don't mean that you family. I say yes, all blood ain't family. Yeah. All right, that's so true. I think that you are the same person from years ago. No, I've grown. Leave them. Leave them with the old. You have nothing to prove. Yeah, I'll thank you so much. I got nothing. It is not my responsibility to prove to you who I am now. That's something that can happen over time if we actually ever spent any time together. You start asking questions about what's going on now, what's going on in life. But here's the problem. And I don't know about, I'm just gonna be straight up. Here's the problem. Now, I don't know if y'all deal with this, but we do have, we gather, have Thanksgiving, Christmas, and whatever other days, barbecues and all that stuff. But guess what? I rarely ever hear people talking in the manner they're trying to get to know each other. I normally just see the spades games and spending time together, barbecue and stuff like that. But I never hear any real dialogue. What you been up to lately? What you doing now? You know, it's all fluff. How's the family doing? You know, regular stuff that you'll talk about with regular people. But it's supposed to be people that hopefully you know now, you know, 20, 30-year relationship, but you only engaged in 5 of those years. Check yourself. Oh, yes, all blood is not family. My family say I don't fool with them. She don't. I only fool with elevation. Yeah, hey, Tisha on another level, man. I'm trying to tell you. Woo, honey. And you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that, Tisha. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm gonna say this to you, honey. And I know you already got it, man. But ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to do what's best for you. And some of these mofos, they just want you around so they can bring you down. they just want you around so they can bring you down. Drama repel. I've learned that family can suck the life from you too. Yeah, man. Oh, you can't make a man or woman wrong. Oh, you can't make a man or woman. Some people are opportunists and only use your needs for their needs. People do judge you from the past. Yeah. A journey to the top is lonely. That's okay. Hey, somebody said, Trey said today, he said it's lonely at the top, but it's what did he say? It might be lonely at the top, but it's miserable at the bottom. Something like that, he said. I said, I'd rather go to the top then, buddy, because I don't need to be down here with the misery. So explore and experiment. Explore and experiment. Look for that balance between taking suicidal chances on one hand and running from risking on the other. Some days will feel right for risk. Others will feel better if you play it safe. Experiment to find out what's best for that moment. Since anything new will always be stressful, judge yourself by your efforts. No matter what you try, there's somebody else who probably does it better. The point is to find those things that let you feel exhilarated and alive. The point is to learn to season life's banquet and those redolent spices of stress and risk. Courage as losing yourself. Courage as losing yourself. We may not, this looks like this might be good, but I don't know. I'm going to stop right. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Okay. Now, perhaps the ultimate experiences in any life are those that transcend day-to-day existence. The sweet, rare times when involvement in an activity leads to the fulfillment beyond our wildest dreams. People in the arts and the devoutly religious base their lives on this high, but anybody can get it. You can have it with someone you love or even someone you hate. It can come from cooking or woodworking or just walking. It's an experience that's like being lifted up, swept away, forgetting worries and self-consciousness. It's been called merging, flowing, satori, and countless other names, like love. However, it's one of those things that if never experienced, it's hard to believe. Any human endeavor from checking out groceries to tuning an engine can be performed in this creative state or reduced to a perfunctory routine. One of the things we've often seen are people sitting around waiting for it to happen, as though they'll suddenly get some kind of badge of membership they can show to other people, as if they say, see, I rate. I've got it too. But like anything else done primarily for the benefit of the audience, it's a performance that's bound to flop. If you're standing on a hilltop looking out over the countryside and suddenly have that experience of flowing and being part of it all, then try to condense that experience into a tour snapshot for the folks back home. You'll lose it in an instant. It can't be canned. You can experience it, but you can't sell it. And in a sense, that's the greatest risk of all. You can't possess it. You can't prove it. You can only be it. You can't possess it. You can't prove it. You can only be it. You can let yourself go in what you do, or you can hold back. Uh-oh. You can let yourself go in what you do, or you can hold back. Uh-oh. You can let yourself go. Everybody put in comments, so let myself go. You can let yourself go in what you do, or you can hold back. That second part, as it relates to your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, just be honest, too many of us are holding back. You got all this greatness. You got this goddess energy. You got this God King energy. You got all this greatness on the inside of you. And you are the one that's holding it back. You are the one that's not giving it to the universe. You're the one that's not manifesting it, making it become some tangible result or intangible experience. You are the one that's holding it in when God is saying, let it go through you. Now, some of us in that space will say, let God use you. Let me say this again. You got all that goddess energy and all that God King energy. You got all this greatness on the inside of you just waiting to burst out the seams, waiting to be experienced in some form or fashion, whether it be tangible or intangible. And you got the audacity to hold it back from the world. This is the thing that'll change lives. This is the thing that'll make life more beautiful. This is the thing that'll solve some problems here on the earth. And you have the audacity to hold it back. Now, the good book says something like this: you must die to self. And I said it another way for myself. At the end of my time here on this wonderful plane, I must die empty. I must. What does that mean for me? That means that every skill, every talent, every ability that's been given unto me, I must use. It can't go with me to the grave. This is why I might work on 4 or 5 things at a time. This is why I'm building a school, building a mall, building a TV station. I'm doing all of it. I ain't doing it all at the same time, but I'm doing all of it. I'm going to explore every idea that has been given to me because I made a promise that I would never let another good idea pass me by. That's some of the reason why I am where I am today and I have the success that I have today, because I just simply will not hold it back. Now, some of y'all say, man, you're spreading yourself too thin. I do sometimes. That's what a focused person, that's what a relentless person may do. That's what a courageous person may do. But I also would say, well, the reason why is because, it's only a few of us who will go after it. There's only a few of us that'll go for it. Hard to find those other people that'll go for it with you. Hard to find them. They'll start, they won't finish. They'll clap, they won't work. They'll watch. They may even support. They won't build. I'm getting to. Okay, I'm sorry. Whoo! Wow. You can strive to immerse yourself or take that risk of losing your identity in what you're doing. Or you can stiffly straight arm your life to keep it at a safe distance. You can try to reduce everything into explainable experiences. You can label and classify all that you see in a desperate attempt to stay in control. Or you can stop strutting and fretting and let go. Look at what he said. I'm gonna stop right here tonight. This is. Let's read this again. You can let yourself go on what you do, or you can hold back. You can strive to immerse yourself, to take that risk of losing your identity in what you're doing. Or you can stiffly straight arm your life to keep it at a safe distance. You can try to reduce everything into explainable experiences. You can label and classify all that you see in a desperate attempt to stay in control. Or you can stop strutting and fretting and let go. Now, what is strutting and fretting? That's worrying, doubting. You're sitting around thinking and thinking and thinking instead of doing. You heard the word, but but you're not a doer of the word. We also can put this in there. You're procrastinating. You should, you know, whatever it is should have been done a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And we probably all got a little bit of in us. I know I got some. I got something that really got to get done. Lord Jesus. Now let me think about that. Whatever it is that thing is for you, because we all got a little bit of this in us that you've been procrastinating on, right? And now there's this weight of procrastination. And now you got to weight on your shoulders because you know it need to get done, even if you don't want to necessarily do it. You don't feel ready to do it, whatever the case may be. But here's the thing: how does it feel when you get it complete? When it's done, it's a big weight off your shoulder. Now it's 2-3 years of remembrance that no longer has to be in your membrane. You open yourself up to new experiences, new thoughts, new ideas. See, I think when we put things in a different perspective as it relates to the things that we're procrastinating on, we start thinking about what we're missing, or what we're losing, or what we're not, or the opportunities not given to us because we still got this weight on our shoulders, or this weight on our brain. Now, I'm not preaching to the choir, I'm preaching to myself. Get it done. Watch how you feel. Here's what one of my brothers said as it relates to his purpose and the things that he was doing. His wife, when he was about this, when he was turning down some opportunities and maybe he was on the verge of quitting and saying, I'm gonna go a different direction. His wife said this: if you don't do it, who will? Now, when the person that's closer to you, or the person that cares about you most, drop those 6-7 words on you, it's hard not to go ahead and get back in that fire. I can tell you that. She just simply said, this is how you know you found a good person, whether it be a man or a woman in your life or whatever, whether it be the aunt or the uncle or whatever. When they could just, it don't take a long conversation. They got about 7 words for you. If you don't do it, who will? If you don't get it done, how's it going to get done? Maybe just maybe, you just need a little courage to take that first step, to get it started, to work on it, whatever. I don't know. I'll read this one more time and we'll wrap this thing up. And in a sense, that's the greatest risk of all. You can't possess it. You can't prove it. You can only be it. You can let yourself go in what you do, or you can hold back. You can strive to immerse yourself, or take that risk of losing your identity and what you're try for yourself to take that risk of losing your identity and what you're doing. And this is Tisha for real. Like when your purpose, and I heard some of the stuff that you've been sharing. But I knew this. I knew this 2 years ago, a year ago, when I knew this, like a year, 2 years ago. Well, I saw this. I'm not gonna say I knew this. I saw this like a year, 2 years ago, that you were immersing yourself into Jay's beauty supply. You know what I mean? That's what I saw. Even today, I'll be like, wow, she cutting her own commercials or her own. She wearing her own stuff. She her own model. She say if she basically, she sounds like to me. She say if I don't do it, who will? Or you can stiffly straight arm your life to keep it at a safe distance. You can try to reduce everything into explainable experiences. How many guys know in this world, in this life that we live, everything can't necessarily be explained? There's no explanation for some things. I mean, you can try to explain it, but the words just don't necessarily give it the right flavor. Some things just very difficult to try to explain, especially if you weren't there, if you didn't experience with us when we were at the lake or whatever. If you had to be there to experience it, I can't explain it to you. You can label and classify all that you see in a desperate attempt to stay in control. Or you can stop strutting and fretting. and let go. How to find courage and take risks. We'll do the second part tomorrow. It's not a lot left, but I like to kind of stay within time. We're gonna read this last little section, courage as losing yourself. Now this is very interesting title. Lose myself. Lose myself. Die to self. Born again. All this stuff, man. This stuff. All these different books, not all, but a lot of different books keep saying the same thing in a different way. And that says to me there's a message that's trying to reach myself, quite possibly a message that's trying to reach you. And I think that message is saying, when will you listen? I think that's what the message is saying. When will you listen? I'm back again. You gonna listen to me this time, or I gotta come back another 10 years? I'll be back next decade. Let myself go. I can hold it back. For years, I ran from my purpose, Miss Tisha. Them that don't want to build, they're in your way. We need builders. I make my kids get the hammers. Yeah, you too. I know that's right. Let's see here. I pulled off a great Black History program in my church, tutoring group, directing a singing group, and implementing skits. Okay. I would have never thought I could have done it. I did a great job. Now I'm ready for the next project. Look at that. Courage. Courage. Courage to try. Courage to try. Thinker statue, sitting, thinking, and textualizing, but no action. Oh man, you talking about that old Greek statue? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Man, teacher said it started with me. Now it's a family business. My mom helps me, and people ask to help now, but everybody can't help me. They're not meant to be involved. God helps. All right, die to self, born again. All right, Miss Glenda Tate Williams said, sometimes you have to make things happen to make you stronger. You're a stronger person. Courage. Courage. Courage to try. Courage to give it a shot. Courage to take the risk. Now, let me ask you this. There might be some of you who are with us here tonight, and you realize you just simply playing it too safe. Opportunity after opportunity come across your path. Messenger after messenger comes across your path, saying, "Hey, here's a new level available to you. You've been seeking, you've been knocking, you've been asking. Here's the opportunity. And you've been playing it safe. Oh, you've been playing it safe. You keep going back to what you're used to instead of going forward to what you're not used to." Let me say that again for the people in the back. I think they just woke up. You keep going back to what you're used to. Here's the interesting thing about what you're used to. What you used to will be there if you ever come back. See, here's a realization that I had, because people ask me sometimes, hey man, you're a serial entrepreneur, you got 2-3 businesses, you're an investor, full-time investor, and man, but how did you break away? You know how I broke away from corporate America? I looked at that job and said, I already know how to do this. If I ever wanted to come back, I could. It was just that simple. It's going to be there. This opportunity that I have to go and build my own empire, it might not be here. What's my decision going to be? You see what I'm saying? So sometimes we get comfortable with the comfortable, but it's in the uncomfortable that the breakthrough comes. Like Miss Glenda Tate Wood said, man, this thing I tried, I didn't think I could do it. She blew them out the water. She did so well, she blew her own mind. Miss Glenda Tate Wood did so well, she blew her own mind. It's like, whoa, look at that, was fantastic. She was talking to herself and everything. Miss Tate Wood, you were talking to yourself and everything. She said, girl, you did that. Right? Sometimes you have to make things happen to make stronger personal courage. Yes, last weekend. Okay, Miss Hollingsworth. Last weekend was amazing. I partnered with a dance studio, encouraged many women in fitness and health to God. It made me feel so good to help. so good to help. I'm late. You want to lay back that day, Miss Meditate? We're saying, shoot, girl, you did that. She's just talking to herself and everything. Oh, yeah. I got this. Wait, what's next? What's next? Try me. Bring your bed. Bring the hard stuff next time. Well, beautiful people, man, this is New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark edition. We read at night because we understand that this nighttime is when the body begins to settle and the mind actually becomes more alert. You silence the noise of your life, and now you've given an opportunity for your subconscious to pick up some of the stuff that you might be laying down in your own mind. And we've come to understand, especially when we get something out of it, right? That we are activating our subconscious mind. Everybody put in console, activate. So as you think about that, now you want to put yourself in position to capture. As you have sparked the flame of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind might just give you something tonight. It might help you to take that step. It might be the idea that you've been waiting on. I don't know. I don't know your relationship and where you are in life. But you've activated something tonight. I want you to put yourself in position to capture whatever the mind has for you to receive. Because here's the beautiful thing about this thing called life. Everything that you need is already within you. You just got to discover it, uncover it. When he's talking about knocking and asking, you asking the God that's in you, not the God that's outside of you. That's why when you meditate, deliberate, and sometimes you call the girlfriend, you had a long conversation about it. Eventually that answer comes. Now you might think, oh, it came from somewhere else. It came from some outward source. No, it didn't. You attract to yourself that which you are. You've been seeking this thing. You've been looking for the answer. And it's shown itself to be true. If you seek, you will find. That's right, brother Abdul Aruf. You have to change the relationship with yourself. You must improve the relationship that you have with yourself. Oh man, you trying to open up a can of worms here, brother. How many of us are trying to improve the relationships with everybody else, and we have not improved the relationship with ourselves? Try to make sure I'm good with everybody else, but when you come home at night and you're by yourself, you're not even good with yourself. You can't even sleep at night. Stressed out, worried about everybody else. I want you to know that you're important. You're valuable. You're necessary. You're needed. Take care of you. You're the only one that you got. Because if you don't take care of you, then all the people that you care about are going to be taking care of you. They're going to be stressed out taking care of you. Woo! Good stuff, man. You're helping me. I'm going to fire my boss. I need to honor myself. Self takes a lifetime to fix. I sleep like a baby, right? Sleep like a baby. Well, this is the University of Success, guys. How to find courage and take risks. Hopefully, you got some value out of what we have uncovered here tonight from the book University of Success. I'm your host, ERGJ, Certified Global Financial Educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, the Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. We'll do part 2 tomorrow. We're going to do it tomorrow at 9:15. 9:15. We have a women's show that goes on at 8, and I know they might talk a little long, so I'll give them 15 more minutes. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. I'm learning. Well, I want you guys to remember this, man. It takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we really need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Till next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New new. It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't gotta leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street Book Club.